Possible changes to make Battersea Bridge safer. In 2021, TfL made emergency changes to make the busy roads around Battersea Bridge safer. We made the changes after a man very sadly died trying to cross the road around Battersea Bridge in early 2021. And there was a number of accidents in and around Battersea Bridge. In 2021, a new Greenman pedestrian crossing was added to the part of Battersea Bridge that goes into Chelsea. This made it safer for people walking in the area and crossing the road at this junction. In November 2021, TfL built a pavement on both sides of Battersea Bridge, fitted tactile paving so that visually impaired people can feel when they're near the edge of the pavement. Fitted longer stop lines to give cyclists more space to move off before other vehicles, and lowered the speed limit on Chelsea Embankment to 20 miles per hour. TfL wants your feedback on the possible changes to make the area around Battersea Bridge safer. In July 2022, TfL collected feedback from local people and got very positive comments about the possible changes. The feedback from local people and organisations was that TfL should make the area safer for walkers and cyclists. Possible changes to roads around Battersea Bridge in Chelsea. TfL has plans to make the roads around Battersea Bridge even safer by making it easier to cross the road in one go by adding new Greenman pedestrian crossings on Chesney Walk, Chelsea Embankment and Beaufort Street. And by not allowing any vehicles to turn left into Beaufort Street. This should mean less delays for buses at Beaufort Street, that the road is safer for cyclists at this left-hand turn, and that changes will need to be made to this part of Battersea Bridge in Chelsea. This work should make it safer for people to walk and cycle and make sure that bus journeys do not take any longer. The roads around Battersea Bridge could be safer for cyclists by fitting more cycle signals so that cyclists can move off before other vehicles. By building a cycle track, this is apart from the rest of the road. Other work to make Battersea Bridge safer includes adding a new part to the existing bus lane from Royal Hospital Road to the bus stop at Beaufort Street, which should mean less delays to bus journeys in this area. And building a new bus lane where Beaufort Street crosses Battersea Bridge Road to the bus stop on Old Church Street. Possible changes to roads around Battersea Bridge in Wandsworth. Work on the Wandsworth end of Battersea Bridge includes fitting a new Greenman button pedestrian crossing on Battersea Bridge Road, close to Hester Road to link with the Thames Path, fitting a bus gate close to the Chester Road to improve journey times for buses travelling to Chelsea, and making the bus lane longer so that it goes from Banbury Street on Battersea Bridge Road. These possible changes would mean there are less delays to bus journeys in this area. Where Battersea Bridge Road meets Prince of Wales Drive, the pavements could be made wider. The traffic islands could be removed and 2 new Green Man pedestrian crossings could be fitted. Where Battersea Bridge Road meets Parksgate Road, vehicles would not be allowed to turn right where Battersea Bridge Road meets Parkgate Road, or turn left into the B305 West Bridge Road, and the curb would be changed at West Bridge Road. The changes would make Battersea Bridge safer for people walking and cyclists, and make sure there are less delays to bus journeys in this area. It is important that the changes also keep traffic moving across Battersea Bridge and the roads in this area. Feedback from local people in July and August 2022. TfL ran a survey to find out what people thought about our plans for the Chelsea side of Battersea Bridge and how it would make the road safer. Over 300 people replied to the survey and 27 people replied to the survey by email. Most of the people who replied lived locally. The survey asked, how do you cross the road? And how safe do you feel when crossing or cycling across the road? A lot of people said, I do not feel safe when I cross the road, and I do not feel safe when cycling across the road. The survey also asked the public which group should be kept the safest if the road was changed. They said that the most important group is pedestrians. The second most important group is cyclists. The third most important group is bus passengers. The fourth most important group is drivers making business trips, and the fifth most important group is drivers making personal trips. Tell us what you think. TfL would like to know what you think about the possible changes to the roads around Battersea Bridge. Please send us your feedback by Tuesday the 24th of January 2023. TfL wants to understand how the possible changes could affect you. TfL wants everyone to take part in this survey, to tell us what they think are the possible changes to make the roads around Battersea Bridge safer. Please give TfL your feedback on the new bus routes by sending an email to haveyoursay@tfl.gov.uk with Battersea Bridge as the subject of your email, or send a letter to Free Post TfL Have Your Say, Battersea Bridge. You do not need a stamp. If you need any support to give us your feedback, please email or write to us and we will contact you. Your details are confidential, and TfL will only use them to update you about the decision and to let you know what is going to happen next. Your personal information is protected by law.